What's the what? Nikki Sharp, we're live. What's the what? Go
What's
ahead.
what?
Say
What's
it.
the hat? This is shout out Dave O2.
Is that the cherry cola or the mango one?
No, it's neither. It's the strawberry lemonade.
Dave, I thought we were boys. Cherry cola is the best.
No, the mango one is the best.
You like the mango better?
Dave has these are these the electrolyte ones or the energy drink ones? I don't know. But they're delish, dude.
Well, also, one thing I like about them is it's caffeinated, but not like crazy. It's like 50 grams, so it's like just enough towards like
maybe that's what it was. Caffeinated. I think it's using caffeinated as in. I don't know, but they are delish. He sent me like way more than he sent you. I know that.
Sure. I know you're his favorite. You're his favorite Jason and best hour guy.
Well, that's pretty standard. Favorite Jason.
Hey, look. The CEO of CrossFit, my friend. We all know.
Oh, no, this one is also delicious. The tropical pineapple.
There you go. Hey, Christian, Bruce Edwards gets hired, and he was like, who do I need to call first? And everybody collectively at CrossFit HQ was like, Jason Fernandez.
Jason Fernandez.
Nikki Sharp.
Yeah.
Destination CrossFit, the beacon of Walla Walla. That is from our Enlifted with Mark England. He dubbed you the beacon of Walla Walla for good measure.
Yeah,
because you are at the beacon. You're just the light in that area. But we're gonna have you on for many reasons. One being you've been with us for what is it? Year 5? Are you in year 5 with us?
It feels like way too long.
Way too long and too short.
This is what. So we're gonna we're letting you go on this call.
Oh, this is the firing episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's don't know. That's this
Graduation.
Words matter, Nikki.
Yeah.
We're going. It's you leave the nest. You're leaving.
Yeah, remember
we're sending you off.
We just talked about it on the Tuesday.
Launch. It's a launch. It's a launch. Yeah.
But no, you're doing a great job over there. And I mean, like Fern had said off the air, you have a full-time career still, and we'll talk a little bit about that. 2 children, right? You have 2?
Yep, 2 kids, 6 and 3.
Okay. I don't think I've ever asked you this.
Yeah.
Let's go. I told the Tuesday call we're going to get personal with Nikki Sharp.
Yeah.
How did you meet Erica?
How did I meet Erica? Well, good question. Erica and I have differing origin stories because she met me when I was the dean at the university that we went to, and she had to ask for permission to go.
This is so cool. So you broke rules. You were the dean of a school dating a student?
No. That's when I met her.
Okay.
No, I didn't date her. And
this is now turned into a TMZ episode.
I worked at a small. It's called Walla Walla University. It's a Adventist college, and
that sounds like a fake school. If I'm going to be very honest.
What's Adventist college?
Adventist is the religion that I was born into.
Oh, Adventist.
Adventist.
Okay.
Yes. So very similar to treating the 7th day as the Sabbath. Anyways, so I worked as a dean, which is basically like a dorm mom. And so Erica, her story is that I had to sign her leave slip because she was trying to go home at 10 at night instead of leaving when you're supposed to, which is like 7. So she had to ask for extra permission.
You're like, hey, if you want to leave.
If you want to, come to my dorm room.
How bad do you want to leave?
How bad do you want to go home? But no, a couple years later, we met I was friends with all of her siblings. She is one of 4 children for her parents. And she was wanting to go. She came to her sister's, basically it was a bachelorette party, hanging out, like engagement. And I was there because I was part of the friend group, and I met her and we started talking about books. Atlas Shrugged was one of my
Oh,
favorites.
really?
Yeah. And so we
books. I don't buy any of this story, dude.
This is like,
and from then on,
what's your favorite literary work?
Oh, it's Ayn Rand. It's Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand, and so let's go. No, from there on out, I just tried every time I could be around that root pick family, which I was friends with others.
So you were into her. You were into Erica first.
She was dating somebody else at the time, so I was not her primary choice.
And then how long? So okay, when was she still dating this person when you 2 went on your first date?
No.
No, for real.
No, I waited until there was a good
Until
signature.
she wasn't the dean
sign
anymore.
a chance.
Right.
One day. So
One
let me ask. Can I ask a very personal question?
Yeah, you can ask me whatever.
So you and Erica are married now.
Yep, 15, almost 15 years.
14.
Yeah.
How do when two women have a child? Like, what's the discussion of who's holding the baby?
Oh, who's having the baby?
Because Erica had Erica
I was
carried.
like, I don't want to. I was like, please, not me.
Like, I don't care
So-
about this.
Like,
It's
not me.
the options are you or you.
Yeah. I chose.
That's really funny, Nikki. My wife and I had the exact same conversation.
Same. It's the same as male, female. No, because there's a couple at Madison School and they have two kids. One carried each. Like it was they alternated.
Yeah, Erica's oldest sister did that with her wife. They switched eggs and everything. It was a big to do. We tried lots of different ways, but then we ended up doing IVF. And
So you tried different ways. Like, hey, this woman thing just isn't working for some reason. What's going on?
you really try. You can't for whatever reason not
Let's
successful.
keep trying.
Just
Something missing. There's something missing.
That was like me and Ross. She was like, "You're wearing a condom." I was like, "Well, let's try again. Let's do it."
Jay was like, "Can I do IVF?" And the doctor was like, "That's not how that works."
All right, you tried to me this time. You put it in me. That's how I got the Fisher, Nikki Sharp.
We literally went through so many different sperm donors. Like,
Why didn't you ask me for the record?
I didn't know you yet.
Okay, you would have. Are you saying you would have?
I don't think so. I had a couple other guy friends who had lined up.
What were the criteria that you had? Like, did you have like height?
Tall and
Yeah.
handsome. So you're
Okay, I'm
immediately
out.
out. Yeah, yeah.
I'm out. Was there any like? Did you want a Jewish baby? Because I could have helped there.
and really, wanted to have a human that was
Normal
sort of
size.
similar looking, but I wanted to make sure there was no health issues. Like, it was more just
A healthy
physical
baby.
health. And how did they what was their relationship with their family? They all write personal letters. The company we went through
that's
all wrote
interesting.
like letters to the why they wanted to do it.
Did you
And it
use
was
the
really
same
cool.
man for both babies?
Yep.
And is there a relationship with him?
No.
No. Is that
They could. I think that their company, they could choose to do something later, but it's all like.
Well, you know, Nunu Fern. I think he has a relationship with. I think his daughter's name is Maria. I think
With
the mom in that case. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Cool.
well, you know whose wife was
A surrogate
Chad Torsion. Chad. His wife
Oh.
was a surrogate. Yeah,
from Ohio.
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We had when I had my box in Albany, the woman who wound up marrying me and Roz, because she was also a pastor, an old member of mine, carried her like sisters, and then wound up having a baby after I had sold the gym. Like she never was going to. She just wanted to do it for her sister, and then Abby. And then she wound up having her own baby years later. So cool.
Coming soon, Fertility University. Sign up now. There's a wait list.
We did IVF.
Awesome.
IVF.
Yeah. I will vouch for the company that we went through. We had, and they were lovely. That was one of my first big investments I had to pay off.
That was huge. Yeah, we did like a loan and everything for it. Does anybody have any other personal questions?
That's it. That was the last one.
Sure. Okay, so building off this,
Yeah.
and then how did you guys find CrossFit for the first time?
So we started CrossFit in 2012. We had just gotten married, and I loved all the fitness adventures. One of my best friends, his name is Casey. He had said, like, Nikki, you got to try this thing out. It's called CrossFit. I'm like, well, the closest one's like an hour away. So I was trying to figure out when I could go because they didn't have weekend hours and I worked. So, but then one opened in Walla Walla. It was called CrossFit Walla Walla, and it was in this crazy circuitous route, hole in the wall place, and you had to it was literally on the other side of the tracks. So I went with one of my friends. His name is Alex, and we tested out the first workout. And we're like, love it. It's dirty. Let's go there. So then we just had all our friends go there, and we made amazing friendships. Erica came the next week or so after, and then she was in school at the time, so she couldn't go to the first session. But then it made my relationship with Erica like significantly better, and we just started wanting to do more things together after
when you were both doing CrossFit, you mean?
Yeah, we just started, like, it was something I always had been like, I'm running, and we would do marathons together, but I would be like, I'm always running and I'll wait for you at the end. Or
you let her carry the babies even though you're the fitter one?
Oh yeah. She's a different kind of fitness,
Yeah, she wasn't trying to give up that bod, dude. She's like, no,
like I really have to look this way.
Nikki's like, I got a 6-pack. We want to run this.
Right.
We want to run this. So and then how long before that and Destination CrossFit?
Destination CrossFit opened up about 4 years later, because the gym that we were in, the owner was he was a Green Beret military dude, super cool. I went and got my L1 the next year. So I was like, I want to be part of this. I'm excited. I went with my friend Amy, and we started helping coach, but we didn't know anything about any of it. But we kept on like downsizing after we bought all this equipment, but we just the gym just kept shrinking. And over the course of those 3 years, we were like, we need to do something different. So a group of our friends and one of our members from the gym, he owned a building in town. He owns a lot of properties. And he was like, you know what we should do? Let me help you. I like you and I like you. Let's get you into opening a business yourself, and I'll coach you on how to be like an owner of a business. And so he saw it as a great opportunity to, offset some of his finances. He was retiring. And so he ended up like supporting us. We had like regular meetings. We opened up the spot that we're in right now is the same spot we opened up in. I got to be the designated difficult conversation person, meaning the person who says, so we're not going to buy your gym. We're just going to buy your equipment. Similar to we didn't want to maintain the name because he was like not consistent with paying his affiliate fee at the time. I think that was just like kind of the narrative that I was getting. And so it's like wanted to start clean. So it was 5 business owners, and we started Destination.
Always a good model.
Great idea. It was super awesome.
Vern loves working with partners. Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best.
And as you can tell, and now it's me. And
you're the sole. I mean, you and Erica. You got the other 4 are out.
The other 4 are out. One of my business partners is one of my coaches in level 3 and is awesome. She's a great human, and I'm glad that we get to have a really good relationship still to this day. And yeah, she has her own business as a nutrition coach, and she does nutrition coaching, personal training within the gym. And then Erica and I and that's actually been a really cool thing. Like Erica and I considering ourselves the business owners now, instead of it being just me.
Well, I mean, again, one of the many reasons to have you on is seeing that transformation, and you and a handful of others, I mean, many others, Randy and Charles and the Louis, and that are just like been with us, and like watching that evolution is really awesome. Right? Fern, you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, I think here's what I think is interesting about it is I think it speaks to playing the long game. Not that and listen, this is a hard conversation to have with people. It's like, hey, building a great business does not happen in 12 months.
No.
And for all of the affiliates that we work with, there is very strong correlate to duration and success with regard to the people that we work with. Like the longer they work with us, the more successful they become. Not as an absolute fact, because that can't be true all the time, but generally speaking, that is the trend that we see, meaning they go from, and the evolution kind of looks like, and this is very similar to yours, Nikki, if not like carbon copy.
Yeah.
Understanding and fixing. Then you go to optimizing, and then eventually it turns into leveraging. And that's kind of like the story arc of a successful affiliate over time. If I'm doing the right things in the right order, that is what it looks like over time. And that's the evolution that and you're in that third phase, which is like leveraging. We could talk about, like you guys paying off debt and all that other kind of stuff and buying assets, but like that's the long-term goal. But all of that's done under this umbrella of doing the main thing and keeping the main thing the whole time. And I think that's where people go a little sideways, is like in that story arc of, fixing and then optimizing and then leveraging. A lot of people in that process, like, go do something else. And that's not the recipe. The recipe is do the main thing, keep it the main thing, and then the main thing will give you the opportunity to leverage elsewhere if you so choose to.
Yeah. And I think what's really cool with those people, Fern, is seeing that success looks different for all of them. Like, one of my favorite things is when they're like, I'm just having a great, perfect day. Like Nikki has said, Randy has said, right? So it's sometimes you need to probably have financial success to get there, but it's cool to just see what that looks like for different people.
Yeah, it does, but I think it's still objectively true, meaning like it does look different, but objectively, if we brought in outsiders, like everybody would agree that this is success, meaning it's a great discussion actually, because I was just fresh off a Mayhem development weekend, but the one of the lectures I give there is what is a successful affiliate, like, and defining that. So the punchline is this, like, I think it's defined by 3 criteria. 1, you have meaning in what you do. Like if you meet Nikki for, I don't know, 5 seconds, you can tell that there's meaning in it. And I think this applies to the vast majority of affiliate owners, right? So that's number 1, meaning the legs swing out of bed and I'm like ready to go. I love what I do for a living. 2, positive impact to people's lives, right? Clearly that is the case inside of a CrossFit affiliate. When it's done well, that happens across 2 additional people or cohorts of people, obviously the members and then the coaching staff, meaning like there's opportunities there for career development and they can have, longevity in that profession. So meaning, impact. And then the third one is it helps you build a life. And we can talk about that because we've personally watched you and Erica go through that evolution of using this tool of owning a CrossFit affiliate owner to help you build a life. Most people check the first 2 boxes. The second one is kind of half checked, I think, by most affiliates, meaning like the members they work with have impact, not as much as we would like to see do the team get the impact that we think that they should have, which is our whole mission. Very few people check the third box, which is it helps them build a life. Also, why we do what we do is because that should be the case. I think it's a travesty that we have this thing called CrossFit and an affiliate owner spend a ton of time and energy doing it. And in many instances, it does not help them build a life. So those things don't have to be at odds. I think they're perfectly symbiotic, as a matter of fact. So, and you're a good example of that. And it's been fun to watch.
It's really fun to do. And I agree with the iterations that you talk about in terms of the 3, like the fix the things, get the systems in place, etc. And that's one of the reasons why I re-listen to a lot of the things that you guys have done, I've re-listened to because I need to stay on the course. And I think every time I still do, somewhat impulsive things, but I really do try and stick back to the kernel and keep moving my salt shaker, because there is something to be said about every time I stick to my guns and like what phase I'm in, at least based on what I've done in terms of my numbers, that I tend to get better. So like right now I have 2 of my staff who are next week. I have 4 of my team that are all going to be gone. And they are my general manager, my other lead coach, and one other team member who takes a lot of our classes. I'm going to have almost 60% of my classes are going to be covered by other team members. So I'm only taking on 3 extra classes, and I still.
Where are they going?
Classes. Japan.
They're just going on vacation.
So they're all just going on vacation. They're all off.
Great.
To do other trips, and then they're going to come back, and the classes are.
This is actually, I want to highlight this because I do not think this should be overstated, right? So what you just described, the inverse of that is what we will typically see, meaning I was on a conversation with an affiliate owner literally this morning. I had a coach leave and I went from coaching 3 classes a week to now I'm coaching 45 a month.
Wow, so from 12 to quadrupled.
Right, quadrupled. So it's cool. And what you're saying is not only did I not have somebody leave, but a huge percentage of them just went on vacation and my workload did not increase.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that is a differentiating factor in somebody who's building a team and building a solid business. And I think it speaks volumes to our thesis that if your number one job as an affiliate owner is to develop your coaching staff. And if you do that, then this is what the outcome looks like, is that, and I've had similar scenarios where when Lindsay was coaching more at my gym at CrossFit Rife, there would be every year where there would be like the three of us would leave to go to the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
And the gym would still operate at normal operating capacity.
Mm-hmm.
When you take out 80% of the labor for a week, people got to pick it up, but like nothing happened in those periods of time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. You go back 10 years. So you just celebrated 10 years?
Yep.
The box?
February, 10 years.
You've been with us 5. So what was the reason 5 years ago that you reached out to us?
Well, I told Christian this actually. It's so funny. I wanted to get my level 3. I had really been trying to push my other business partner to get his L3 because he was the one who was supposed to be the one who took care of things. And that was his goal, he said. So I was like, but I'm curious about how to get my L3. So I started reaching out and tried to follow and didn't understand Slack at the time. So I think I ended up like being just in this coach development cohort conversation for a while. I'm like, I don't know what the heck.
She was with us, Christian?
Yeah. She joined what the knowledge used to be.
Jay's mastermind.
Yeah.
So then 5 years ago, what happened was I knew that there was going to be changes in the gym. I had applied for the emergency assistant. No, I hadn't applied for the
EIDL.
I applied for an EIDL loan. I applied also for some grants and for like business development grants. And I knew that I was going to have changes in the affiliate, meaning I had two of my I had 2 who had just left and we bought out. We had COVID, and then I was, but I wanted to keep getting better. And I'd gone to Ben Bergeron's thing. I knew that I wanted to keep the thing going, but I had to get coaching. I knew I needed something. So I followed like 2 brain people and I tried to figure out what I was wanting to do. But then I had a call with Katie and I got the grant that I wanted. So I got to pay for the year and do best hour. So chose to do best hour. I remember talking to her like, I don't know if I can get all the curriculum done in a year. And she was like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And that's I just wanted to be able to do the right thing and be able to survive. So
had you bought the gym already at that point? Or were you in the process of buying?
I was in the process of buying out everybody. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was trying to remember, but I couldn't remember like where you were in that process when you
I was negotiating the buyout process and meeting with lawyers and wanting to do the right thing based on our membership and ownership agreement and also getting out of my own way because some of the conversations are like, even from Best Days 2, were like bing, bing, bing for my head. But I was like, knowing what I had and knowing what I had is in terms of members and hoping to be able to keep something alive and knowing that there is a path forward and some support so I could get smarter because I knew that if I kept doing it the way I was doing it, I could definitely like destroy it. And I didn't want to do that. And I felt, and I knew there was promise and it was just the right timing of things. Like in a lot of ways it created an opportunity, right? So COVID created an opportunity to step into that role instead of giving up. And I chose that. So
before we just brush over Best Days, Fern.
Yeah.
Box has exit strategy template. Fern put together Best Days 1 and now Best Days 2. And many of our best and most successful clients have attended both now. But is there one coming up, Fern?
We don't have one on the books. Those are we're probably done for the year this year, but next year those will be open to anybody that wants to attend, not just our clients. That's because how about this, Nikki? You give your experience there, and then I had no intention of talking about this, but kind of tell everybody what it is rather than me talking about it because I think it's more important that you give your thoughts on it. But they're different, so
totally. So Best Days 1 was a huge shift for me in terms of how I, treat my my business. But I got invited and I wanted to go because it was an opportunity to learn what's going on, what's going to happen next. And that's one of the things I appreciate about being part of Best Hour in general is like keeping ahead and like chasing going forward. Because if we can move together with a group of humans who want to get better, then we're going to get better. So seeing a true north helps me stick to my plan. So
One told me yesterday, you like being an I think it was yesterday or last week. You were like, I like being an early adopter.
Yeah, I'm definitely like early. If you say there was something that was going on, I'm probably going to sign up for it. I've had all the iPhones, whatever. But you know, I'll make fun of me. It's fine. But I really believe I've picked the people who are my mentors, and I want to show up for those things. So, learned about, a little more about business knowledge, about what are the actual numbers to pay attention to, understanding my budget, understanding what my value of my gym was the first step for Best Days 1. So understanding that like my thing that I've worked my butt off on, there's a way to increase and decrease the value of what my space is. And a lot of those are based on the affiliate blueprint, which helps you know your stage. It helps you know where you're at and what you're supposed to be working so you can solve for the problems that are going to come up, and that everyone's going to have them, and you're going to repeat them if you don't solve for the problem. And so that was where we were at when I went to Best Days 1. The speakers there were really good too, which also changed a huge amount of the trajectory for how I handle money, and also my partnership with Erica. And then Best Days 2 was, if I ever want to not exit strategy, but whether or not, what's the next step if I wanted to continue to multiply the value of my business, the next options are either acquire and making sure one, the value of your space, and do you have everything set up well so that if you had an opportunity, you were ready to do that. If you aren't, you need to know where you're at so you don't just make a impulsive emotional decision. And so again, early adopter, need to know where I'm at so I don't do those things. And like knowledge is is an unlock for a lot of things for me. So listening to everyone apply CrossFit methodology to some of the like bigger acquisition kind of conversations, I think that has been the headspace that I've needed to keep learning so I can be an intelligent or know what questions to ask a business owner. And then also understanding AI. I think that the Best Days 2 actually had another conversation that really helped me too, is also like not being afraid of AI and how it can help empower me and help me be a more productive human moving forward, and not be afraid and put my head in the sand. So I think those were like some two big takeaways. There's more obviously to that, but right now I'm in the middle of working with gym lawyers to finish and like continue to adapt and grow how my waiver is based on the things I've continued to add to my gym. So I make sure I also have a good employment agreement. So like all those things really did, like, again, like make sure I don't forget, get to ahead of my skis and then end up crashing and burning hard.
Well, but Nikki, what I'm hearing you say is like when you went to Best Days 1 and 2, that helped by learning what your gym is worth and how to buy another gym, gave you a lens on how to run your current gym better.
Yeah, I definitely maybe commit more to what I do right now.
Well, it makes sense if you learn what makes your gym more valuable, you also know what to work on. Right? It's like your fitness, and then what's weak, let's bring that up, and now it's all worth more.
Yeah, the thesis behind, because I want to use Christian's word, thesis, is
you used it right. You used it correctly.
Is one, I do actually believe that, again, kind of pre-answering the question that we know affiliate owners are going to have down the road if you're doing it well, which is like eventually you're going to be like, what's next? Like, what do I do now? And that's going to be a couple things. It's probably going to be maybe buy some land, right? Or a building or something in that nature. And then looking at potentially buying another business and saying, well, if my current thing is valued at X, how would I increase the value? One of it is make that one better. But the second variation of that is like buy another one and do it that way. And I said this at Affiliate Con last year, and I've said it many times since then. I do believe that there is a future where there are more affiliates and less affiliate owners. And I think the secondary benefit of doing acquisitions, now again, like whether you want to buy another gym or not is not really the point. Right. Understanding how to buy one will make you a better business owner, right? And if you want to have a successful exit, one of the ways to make sure that you maximize the value of your affiliate would be being a good buyer, right? Being an educated buyer, because now I know what the buyer of my business is going to want to see. And what I think is really interesting and why I think this is so important, number one, I've seen a ton of sales, most of which are horrendous. And I think that's sad, meaning like
I say most of the sales that you see are like people who have just bought and now they're coming into affiliate you.
No, this is actually not at all. The vast majority that I've seen are not people that we work with. I mean, I've seen some that we work with, but I probably get 2 people a month that send me. They're like, I want to buy a gym, or I'm buying a gym. Here's everything. What do you think? So I've seen a lot. I've seen over 150 for sure. And the vast majority of them they're not good meaning the value is between $40,000 to $60,000 on average. That's the transaction volume, right? Like it's not great.
Which is really just an overpriced asset acquisition at that point, right?
It's not even overpriced. It's probably right on par. Like we're hemming and hawing about $5,000 at this point, but so it's like it's in line at that point. But the point is not that like, is that price accurate? It is. The point is that the seller, that's a terrible deal for the seller, right? It's a fair price, but if you think of if I've done this for 10 or 15 years, to get $50,000 on the way out the door is not a good value capture, right? Like, so with all of that, you're looking at saying, hey, like, how would I be a good seller, be a good buyer first? And whether you are going to want to buy another affiliate or not, understanding that process is very enlightening for your current facility, right? Like going through this hypothetical scenario of like, if I was going to sell it today, what would that look like? How would I do it? What would it be worth? And that's a really gut-wrenching exercise. And I would also, I don't know what your thoughts would be, Nikki. I also think it's very motivating to go fix your shit. If the number that you see at the end of that is not what you want it to be.
Right. Well, even like the conversations of like, what is the value of anything? And like, what's realistic? And I think there's some conversations about just not being ignorant about what you think your thing is worth too. Because I think people think and have this unrealistic expectation if they aren't willing to work on their business, and like you just bought a job, right? So, and that would be really hard because then it starts to make that person feel in a rush. And then there's other like conversations too. And I think that's also, like you mentioned before, even at the best days too, is like it's heartbreaking to see the person who really was passionate and like now no longer loves that thing. And how do you want to like still stay loving CrossFit and doing this for a long time? And I'm going to mention that to, like, for me, the quote from Glassman was saying, you know, once you think you've mastered X, you got to go back to the beginning and start
again.
Go back
to the basics. Go back to the basics.
And I think
begin anew.
Yeah, begin anew. And that's after 10 years, I would say that I've gone back. I've appreciated every time that when I have my sprint reset, it was time to start over again. So revisit your mission and vision. And what we do now is what I'm seeing right now in my gym with my Legends class being 12 people, hitting my goal there, and having people from adaptive athletes come in here now. I that was a dream, and now I want to make sure I'm staying true to my mission so that I don't miss something along the way too. So yeah.
Well, speaking of that, Nikki, one of the things that we do like regularly, I don't know if would you say annually, is like the perfect day exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's, I don't think there's a set rhythm for that. I think because it could be less than a year. Yeah. I'll tell you, like my my sequence for that has kind of like moved to something to that about a 6 to 9 month window where like things have changed dramatically and I have to go back and revamp the schedule. I'm like, okay, I no longer like this. How would I, meaning I'm working on something, I get to the tail end of like getting that done, and that now changes what my day and my work looks like. Like I'm getting ready to do it again in the next month, where I'm just like, oh, my schedule doesn't need to look like this anymore because we're done. So I need to go back and look at it again. And I needed to make a new variation of the day in order to optimize moving forward. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a bunch of busy work, which is not what I should be doing.
Fill my calendar with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, right. Just like,
Nikki, what's something you used to do in that vein of like, I think I'm being productive and doing stuff, but I'm really now in retrospect, you realize, oh, it felt good, but it was busy work.
So this last, part of the stage I'm in has been empowering and getting my team to a place where they're doing some of those tasks that are like programming and the emails and all these other little like areas. And I think it just felt easy to do the like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I can do this. And now putting all that information into Claude and cross-training my team and helping them know that they can do it. That crawl, walk, run process, I think, has been really enjoyable. But again, I had to stop doing it. And then I've also I ended up asking for help because I didn't, again, it was just like, oh, I can do programming and I can, go in line and make all these things happen. But I definitely have stopped those things lately. And I'm in the middle of like getting rid of a bunch of apps that I've used. Like I'm no longer using MailChimp. I'm learning a lot about Go High Level now. And that's like helped me cut down all this work that I was going in and out of and different workflow. And it's fun to think I'm going to be more efficient with my time. And then it's made it so I can do podcasts now. And I made it so I can do and have blogs go onto my website. And I wasn't doing that a year ago. Even 6 months ago, I think it was the fall of last year where we had the podcast situation come up, and podcast came up, training came up, did the training. I'm at 18 podcasts now. So,
nice.
But
dude, you're almost to the 1%.
Right.
You know what the 1%?
No, 1% of the 1%.
The 1% of the 1%. Yeah. 21.
So,
21 is the number.
So, and it has been fun. And Erica and I enjoy it. And our friends are like, what? You have a podcast? I'm like, yeah, you need to do better about promoting it, but I'm getting the reps in and learning more.
That's the key. That's the key
job.
that you understand, I think, at this point. I handed it off. I don't even do it at our gym anymore. Like Caleb's taking it, I'm giving him feedback on it. And
that's cool too. You might not think that when you start, but like I just want to make an announcement here. I'm going to delegate my role on this podcast starting next week. Also to Caleb. So
I think shocked, not shocked. We all knew that was coming. So
no, but I will say, like, one thing I've learned recently, and I've seen it with Fern, and you're hearing that about the podcast, but like for me, like even just like writing jokes and stuff, everything is a skill. And if you just work on it, you get better. Like there's nothing in life that you can't get better at. What are you laughing at, Fern?
I heard this quote, and every once in a while I hear a quote that did like I can't forget, and this is the one that I heard recent. And it says, repetition will penetrate even the dullest of minds.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's true, right? It speaks to literally everything.
You just can't help but getting better.
It's impossible to not get better if you commit to just doing the volume and not worrying about the outcome.
Right.
And I think everybody gets so wrapped around the axle with regard to the outcome is like, is it good enough? And people are like, oh, the podcast, I don't want to start a podcast. I'm like, number one, I still don't know if this podcast is worth a shit. Number two, it wasn't even remotely okay for probably a couple of 100 episodes.
Oh, me and you?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think it's okay now. Yeah, I think it's still
right.
bad.
And we're like almost 900 in. Just
Like, aren't you guys
To
want
be
to
clear, I still get DMs from you guys that are like, "This thing sucks. We need to make it better." I'm like, okay, well.
but I mean, the point is, we keep showing up and like truly
Right.
though, accidentally, like whenever someone like Roz started her new podcast or other people do, I'm like, here's what you could do better. Like you like learn from my mistakes, like jump 100 ahead right now by doing these things.
Just
But
don't
there's-
quit is the solution.
Yeah.
Like all of it, you'll figure it out in route. If you just, again, Jay, you've said this, mate, just hit record. Just hit record.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Publish it.
And it's also like, you can't get worried about how many people are listening or watching, right? Like that is like you
The
said.
answer is nobody.
Yeah, just keep. And I think one thing I've really tried to reframe, and it was probably a Hormozy thing, where it's like, say 100 people listen to your podcast. You're like, if you showed up to a room and 100 people were there, you'd be like, this is great. I get to talk. And it's like, cool. Well, they
Most
just did
people
it
will
on their own
never
time.
speak to 100 people in a single
Yeah.
room ever.
Yeah.
So, but I think a lot of what it's really rewarding. This is actually really, I don't know why it popped up. Oh, I know why. I had a long conversation with Bruce the other day, and then
Name dropping. Watch your feet, Christians. Name
we
dropping.
didn't say what, Bruce. I didn't tell you what, Bruce. So it
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Springsteen.
Yeah.
Bruce
Yeah,
Springsteen.
Bruce
Yeah.
Springsteen. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen. And then he had sent me something kind of like he was like, hey, what do you think about this? And I pulled up the documentary on Kanan. I was like, hey, we did this. And so I was watching that, and then that led me to rewatch The Silk City, and then rewatch a couple other ones. And I was like, dude, this is really cool. Like, it's really cool to see these people's stories and have like and know the backstory and know what it took for them to go through that story arc.
Mhm.
And the one that we saw of you and Erica that Adam made,
Yeah.
when you guys were like working through Shred and understanding finances and leverage and stuff like that. Like it's really cool to see people stick with it, and then what that ends up looking like over a long enough period of time. But for me, it was, and I'm telling that story because sometimes it is beneficial for all of us, every affiliate owner, to like take a second to pause and just go look at what you've built. Because I guarantee you, even if you feel like you're failing, there are many great things that you have done. And
Right.
sometimes you just need to be reminded of that. No different than your clients need to be reminded of that when they say, I've not made any progress. And we can show them before and after pictures. And I can say, I remember when you didn't have any pull-ups, by the way, or you couldn't jump on that box.
Mhm.
We have a member, and it came through the Slack group the other day, who, and this is why I think there is no win too small. The win that was put in Slack was that this person had done a standing. It was during the warm-up. They're like, this is the first time they've been able to stand and grab their foot like a
knee to chest.
yeah. No. From behind on their
Oh,
own.
like a heel to butt.
Quad
Like
stretch.
like a quad stretch heel. This is the first time they've ever been able to do it. Now, that
Wow.
might not sound like a lot, but if I told you this person's story,
Mhm.
you would understand how big of it. Actually, you can go look at it. It is it's the most recent podcast for CrossFit Rife. She has an amazing story. She was actually up at a gym near you and before she came to us, Nikki.
Oh,
And
cool.
but that's an example of some people need to be reminded of that. Like there is no win too small for certain people. And sometimes we all need to be reminded of that.
I think that's like, not to get cheesy with Fern here, but I think that like I'm learning, like going to this improv like class, how important that is. Like just getting like, especially like I think the four of us on here, it's nice to hear, but we don't need it. We're not those types of people, or we've gotten it and all the things. But like you have members that are like, man, no one has said anything nice to me in 3 weeks. And it's like
everybody needs it. This
Yeah.
I've had to get over this, by the way. Like everybody needs it. How much you need is the variable.
sure, it's not
It's kind of like intensity, right? It's just like, hey, it
spectrum,
varies by degree, not kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like everybody needs it, but you might, it's like, what's the quote? Motivation is like bathing, right? It's not permanent. It should be done often. Like, but the frequency matters depending on who you are.
If
So-
Cody, at least Cody
I love you,
understands.
Cody.
That's cool. That's cool that he knows them. Say, to
Yeah.
thy own self be true, Cody. No, and silly enough, like even like going back to Cody, like Cody and I were working on something for Affiliate Con, and we nailed it down. It's going to be huge. And Fern put on the email. He said, like, I remember because it was so unusual. He's like, I like a lot about this. That's what he said. And I text Cody, or I maybe even called him. I was like, Cody, did you read that email? I was like, go read your email.
We did it. We
Print
did
it
it.
out, put it on the wall.
Yeah.
It's
I was
Cody's
like, we
screen.
did it.
It's on
We
his
did
lock
it.
screen right now.
Well, here's how that happened is I have a prompt built in Claude. I'm like, every once in a while, give positive feedback. To Claude.
Yeah. It was
It's
a weird thing.
randomized. It's randomized.
Yeah, it's randomized. Just happened to be like, hey, even sometimes, even randomly, sometimes you can hit a bullseye.
You see why it's confusing when I send you emails from other people, Fern, because I never know. No, I think for like that's a huge part of affiliate ownership. And Marty brought it up on our Tuesday call today, Nikki, where it's like, hey, I said happy birthday to one of our members.
Right.
I gave him a card, and that was it. It was like those little things. That guy's not going anywhere. And I think once you feel it, which the four of us have, it's also very easily noticed when it's not there in a customer service business.
Mm-hmm.
And I refuse to support bad business, but I will support you to the death even if you're just doing your best.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm proud
good.
I was gonna say I'm proud of my team for taking some of those things on and seeing okay, we do this X thing. They're also gonna sign the thing, and once they start to see the reiteration of why the celebrating wins and why get feeling seen, they are more stoked to do it. It has to come when they start to get that reiteration wheel. But
I think that what you just highlighted is something that if everybody could take on, and it's a different way of saying what we already said, which is do the volume, but the iteration is key. Yeah, I was telling Bruce Springsteen we were having
I got a new song.
We were having a conversation about we were just having a conversation. Yeah, we're having a conversation about getting better, and I told him flat. I was like, hey, there are affiliates that we have failed working in Best Hour in AU.
The ones you worked, yours, but not mine.
Mostly the ones that Jay had, but
which is why he doesn't own them anymore.
But it wasn't. But here's the deal: it wasn't from lack of effort. Right? It's just hey, you just don't have everything ironed out all the time. It's an iteration, it's a process, and it's not good. Right? Use the technique lecture. Right? Like errors are not good. What you learn from your errors is the point. And that's no different in business. So everybody has to be okay with you're gonna fall short. You're gonna underserve some clients. It's not you're never going to avoid that. It's just there's no coach ever that hasn't blown a timeline. What did you learn from blowing the timeline? What did you learn from underserving that client so that you can go back and reiterate it? And I would argue that's where we have pushed the envelope really hard, and we try to, because I firmly believe in that idea, is that you're never going to avoid missteps, but how quickly can you learn from them and build something better? And I think that speaks to gym owners like you, Nikki, and I think we try to live that and be true to that. We're getting ready to roll out the new OS, but that's a result of iteration, right? We've been doing this for 6 years. This is version 5 of Affiliate University.
Right.
And on that, Fern, what I think is cool is like we alluded to, what you said is nobody's immune to it. And as we were rolling out the OS, all of the gym owners who are on the team, we went through that process, and basically the whole team got to see the gym owners go through auditing their business. And it's hey, what do you need to work on? And we saw gym owners who are coaching other gym owners on their business that were hey, here's the area I'm falling short, or here's the area that I'm struggling with, and here's what I need to work on.
Gym owners who objectively by every metric crushing it.
Well, Nikki Sharp, tell us what's next. You've got your perfect day, you've got your perfect wife, you got your perfect kids, perfect haircut. I go in, I'm hey.
I was gonna say we're all kind of good going similar.
We do all kind of have the same haircut.
I go by
if you work with us long enough, you basically just turn into
you just morph. We're all morphing into Nikki Sharp.
With enough reps, you will have this haircut too.
I gotta work on my stash though. Apparently,
it's coming. Your word is coming in, Nikki. A little testosterone will get it going for you.
Oh man.
So what's next? What's next at Walla Walla at Destination CrossFit?
So Destination CrossFit, we started doing some stuff with the Health Integration Summit. That was really fun. I'm really, and again, because I work in healthcare and I use
You're talking about the medical society, right?
CrossFit Medical Society. Yeah. I went to their summit at the beginning of the year.
How was that?
Learning. It was a really great. It's very informative, and for me, a lot of lights go on in terms of like the way in which we work with athletes, but also the way in which the conversation we've had for a long time. The enemy is the couch. It is not another gym. It is not another affiliate. It's not whatever. And so how do we help those people? And so for me, my goal is to be out in our community, making some other inroads to work with other people, to help people start to see that we can help you, regardless if you're ever going to come into the gym. Let's look at your health and how can we help you know your health so you can live the life you want. Right now, like I started the Legends class earlier this year. I mean, last year at the end, like in the August or October, September, and I have now 12 members in that, which also have my parents, including my parents. Awesome. So, and it's like inspiring for me.
Do you charge your parents is the question.
My mom has 2 jobs to do for me so that she brings me breakfast every day.
What's she bring you? What's a good breakfast from Mama Sharp?
Mama Sharp is vegetarian, because I'm a vegetarian.
Are you vegetarian? I didn't realize you were sick.
I'm sick. No, eggs and vegetarian, like sausage. And
why are you vegetarian?
I was raised in my culture.
My cult.
This is my other cult that I was in. I was raised vegetarian. My parents have always been vegetarian.
The Adventist? What's your thing?
Seventh-day Adventist.
Is that a thing? Is it like, are they vegetarians?
Yeah, there's like a health message, which is great. But the conversation's a lot about just what is in your food. I will eat meat here and there. So I can't call myself a strict vegetarian.
So you're not a vegetarian.
Yeah, so you're not a vegetarian.
We're just not a very good one.
I'm not a very good one.
I was going to say, like, eat meat, vegetables, nut seeds. Like, yeah. Joking aside, like, is that a struggle as a vegetarian to preach that? Not because I don't think you're hypocritical, for the record.
No, I still really like the taste of it. Like, I don't have a problem. I try chicken sometimes, or I'll have ahi tuna. I went with kapua.
So you don't even do fish that often. Like, that's wow.
So I really have to work hard, and that's like to try and eat it. And I don't disagree with the methodology. It's just like not raised doing it makes it hard for me to really get into it. So
are you getting about 120 grams of protein a day? Like, can you get that?
140 is my.
Oh, good job. That's great.
So
damn.
That's a lot for a vegetarian. Even for a woman, period, but certainly for a female vegetarian. I mean, not that it's a lot, it's just challenging, I would say, to hit that. So what do you do?
EC would say that's more than you need.
Yes, EC would definitely say
lean body mass, like
0.7.
Yeah, you don't weigh 140.
I just listened to her give that. Yeah, I just listened to her give that lecture again this weekend.
There's the other humans who are talking about more or less, and I just was like, I'm gonna pick 140 and go for it.
That's cool. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what you should do.
But I do a lot better with those things like 800 gram challenge because I like veggies and stuff. So, but yeah, I enjoy.
I don't. I'm trying to do the 800 gram challenge, and EC's just like, would you just eat some fucking fruits and vegetables?
Just do it in fruit. That's how I always.
I know. I know. I was actually trying to map out, like, I threw it in ChatGPT. I'm like, 800 grams by weight. What would I need to eat? But it was basically like 6 fistfuls of fruit. It's not a ton, but I need to plan it out, like, in how.
Bananas like 100, like, so swipe that off, right? It's like easy.
Yeah. So that's why I started doing it. I had a banana this morning, and I'm like, all right, and I'll get it in there.
Look at Fern.
I'm working on it, dude.
You're doing the thing. You're eating meats, vegetables. You're training. Are you still pretty consistent? Like, I mean, other than
I think I've missed 3 days.
Harvard graduation.
Whole year
since December 5th, I've missed 3 days.
One was graduation, right?
It was right around there. Yeah, and then the most recent one that I missed was, it was a travel day that went awry.
Yeah,
like I had a plan to work out in the afternoon, and then I basically spent the entire day in the airport. And when I finally got to the hotel, I was like, it is what it is. It's fine.
No, I think that's smart. Like, it's cool that you have your goal, and had you not set that, you would have missed 100 days or whatever. But like,
Yeah, it's a weird one, right? So like, they're like, so I've had to adjust success, like the definition of success for that, which I think is totally fine, by the way, for everybody. Meaning like what quantifies as a workout. I mean, like has to be something rigorous. The duration actually doesn't even matter in my mind, but it needs to be something where I'm gonna have to get my heart rate up just a little bit. And then knowing that I'm gonna skip days, the new non-negotiable is never 2 days in a row.
yeah, that's a
Meaning,
Adam,
with the
James Clear. 1 day is a mistake, 2 is a new habit.
2 is a new habit. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm definitely not going to create a new habit. And it served me well. Like it's just kind of getting over that whole like, I didn't do it, which is like, okay, tomorrow I got to get it in. I got to figure it out. And many days they are less than optimal, but that's not the point.
Well, and I think, like you just said, it's okay to recalibrate. Like I'll give you my example. I gave it on the call before this, but I journal in Claude every night. Like, so I talk out my day or type it out. And one of my goals before my parents got here for the summer, is like, I'm not going to yell at my parents once all summer. And then, which was
well, for context, how much do you normally yell at them?
I don't yell at them a lot, but I know I get frustrated with them. They're just old people, right? So my dad was doing something annoying.
Like yelling at old people?
I don't actually ever yell, but I'm just like, I was like, I gotta go. He was essentially talking to me, and then every time I tried to speak, he would like not want. I was like, why are you telling me that? So anyway, I was like, I'm gonna go. And I was
We know a guy like that.
What's that?
We know a guy like that.
Yeah, I know a guy like that.
Well, now you know where I get it from. But anyway, Claude was like, hey, because I was like, hey, I feel bad. I got a little frustrated with my dad. And Claude goes, on May 19th, you said you weren't going to get mad at your dad. I was like, fucking Claude. Like, I was like, it was crazy how it pulled that up. And I was like, but then I recalibrated. I was like, it's not reasonable, like, to not get mad, but it's how I react and how fast, if something were to go wrong, I go over them like, Dad. And it was cool. Like, it was cool. Like, I've never done that with my father. Like, hey, let's talk about this. Like, you were asking, like, we really had a conversation. And he was like, you're right. I was like, so if you're just venting, because Roz will do that. I'm going to vent right now. Don't give me anything. I'm sure Jess does it. Right, Kayla, Erica.
No, my wife is a human lockbox, dude.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
out of that.
But it's like, I just wanted a vent. I don't want an answer. Right. So it was cool.
But I have so many answers.
But it's cool just to be able to like recalibrate. You're right. Like that was cool. All right. So Nikki Sharp, we're going to see you. We may see you at the games. You were saying maybe depending on.
I'd love to be at the games. I also am. Like Erica has some family members who are not doing super awesome in their health, and so we are going day by day on this one a little bit. And we'll be we are registered for Affiliate Con, so we are going to be there for sure.
VIP tickets coming soon.
And just so you know, like on the best days,
early adopter.
You are definitely an early adopter.
One sold already.
But on the best days that we were speaking about, a bunch of the speakers from Best Days, Adam Carroll from Shred Method will be not only at Affiliate Con, but like Fern just said, we have a VIP day. I've put together the dream team of presenters: Marcus Gursey, Joel Cochran, Adam Carroll, Eamon Anderson, and then Miles. What's Miles' last name, Fern?
Morales?
No, it's a public speaking coach. It's the person that really helped.
Well, that's
Fern and many others.
Yeah, that's right. Usher Doyle, Miles Usher Doyle. He was.
I knew it was a hyphenated name.
He's Chris Williams. He's helped me. I've worked with him for a little over a year, but he's Chris Williams. He was Chris Williams, diction coach.
It's going to be a massive.
Yeah, if you're an affiliate owner, we put together something that, like, for affiliate owners, like niche skill sets that you're going to want to dive deep into as an affiliate owner.
And I will agree with those things. Public speaking, getting in front of other humans, and knowing how to speak and be comfortable with your speech is, I think, a next level skill. I know it's a next level skill.
Well,
and Miles is the shit, by the way. And I've done, as somebody who's done a lot of public speaking, when working with him was the most eye-opening experience from a public speaking and education that I have ever had. Like, bar none. There's no even remotely close second place. As soon as he started giving feedback, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is really good.
I'm excited. Yeah. I didn't know it was a secret, Cody, but yeah, it's going to be a great day of speakers. So plan on, what's the Friday, Christian? Is that the 15th October?
I think so.
Yep. I think those tickets will go out soon. Christian, Cody, myself will get to work on it. And Nikki Sharp, we will see. Is Erica coming?
That's the goal.
It's
Yes,
coming.
we'll probably add some more people from the team as well, but we're wanting to make sure that we budget well. And apparently, hopefully, the air.
Listen,
airline.
we know you have money. We'll see you there. No, but yeah, for Affiliate Con, tickets are on sale if you guys are interested. There's VIP on Friday. Those will be limited seats. Overall, those tickets will sell out for the event. It'll be twice as big as it was last year. More keynotes, different breakouts from different presenters.
I got two things. One, the opening of Affiliate Con Saturday morning.
You're gonna want to
blow people's minds.
I wouldn't miss it.
And we have a treat. And we have a treat Saturday night. We were not going to announce it yet, but we have a treat.
Announce it?
I think we could wait, but like Saturday night will be awesome, hilarious.
Internal, like you don't have to even leave the venue to have a really awesome Saturday night.
It's going to be awesome, and really looking at a lot of the experiential stuff. So you're going to want to be there. It's going to be highly educational, super fun, and
Cody, we're trying to do your job for you. Sell tickets. Try to sell tickets. There will be tequila, Kapua. There will be some.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love the venue.
We told them they can't run out of steak
ribeyes
this year.
Yes.
Ribeye. They can't run out of ribeye.
And
no, the venue is the best. If you're going, I don't know the difference in price because I've not researched it, but if it's a little more expensive to stay at the hotel, you'll save it in Ubers, you'll save it in time, you'll just have a better experience because like people were just hanging out in that main area. You know, even I was out
until way too late.
Yeah,
you were hanging out longer than usual
because I like people have this misconception about me. I enjoy being around people that I like, and I happen to like one or two of you, so I stuck around. It was Ellie and Sarah Murphy. I like those two, dislike everybody else.
Yeah,
it's because they're Jewish.
Yes, 100%.
How's your Mere Christianity book going, Ackerman? Sorry,
dude. Well, first of all, thank you, Christian. As soon as Ross was like, "What?" So we know when something is sent to us because, like, when we get Amazon, it says like Jason and Roz, like that's our Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So I saw the package, and Roz had already opened it, and I was like, "Well, somebody must have sent this to me." And I was like, "Well, we just spoke about it. That's cool." No, Christian, I really appreciate it. Like, I told Fern, I think I told you this, Fern. I just think it's really cool that we've built a team where, like, Christian's like, "Hey, we have like deep discussions." We were literally talking about that after listening to a podcast, and I want to, as much as people think I don't like other people and I'm not open-minded, I like to be pretty open-minded. So I'm excited to read it. Yeah.
Yeah. We heard about
that.
Book.
And that everybody's what delusion sounds like. Hey, I do want to give a quick shout out real quick.
You do. I do. You get different calls, guys. You, Christian, I talk about Jesus. I talk about my butthole with you.
Yeah, he tried to talk to me about his butthole. I was like, no, I don't
via
want
text.
to.
Via text.
Yeah. Send me
the
photo.
Cody, I didn't send you that picture, but Cody did convince me to do that joke. I was going to do a different one. He's like, that's funny.
Yeah. No, I want to give a shout out to Taylor Self for getting his level 4 because I think he deserves it. A shout out.
He texted me. I was on my walk and I was immediately like, it was really cool. Like, just to see what we've done. Like, I was thinking about that, Fern. And next time Bruce reaches out to you, tell him this. Bruce Springsteen. No one, and I mean this, like, in all sincerity, no one has encouraged more people to pursue the next credential or become an affiliate owner more than us as a team, right? Like, the best hour team. I truly believe that. Like, I'm not being hyperbolic here. Like, it's the number. I mean, Nikki Sharp, the reason we met you, right? I want to get my level 3. The number of people, Fern, I've heard you telling people, like, go get that next credential. We're not working with you if you're not an affiliate owner. All the things, and to get that from Taylor Self, and like, for real, like, he texted to me, and I was like, that is so cool, because I didn't even have a huge role in that. Like, it was Todd, it was Cabo, like, it was that knowledge crew, and like, it's just really cool, like, that this team.
I genuinely appreciate somebody who, has an audience that is actively pursuing that, and kind of leading by example, because it'd be very easy for him to not do that.
Yeah, he's got a company, he's got a Sentinel, and all
and that's what I appreciate. I'm like, hey, you're doing the thing, dude, and I think there should be more of that. So shout out to him. I appreciate it.
Jack, by the way, him and his boy Bryson.
Take feedback too, because I've heard him and another one of his team members get feedback on a live call, and they were like totally willing to receive feedback, and that's the game changer with all. And that's just my perspective as an affiliate owner watching those, but yeah.
Yeah, and him and his husband, I think he's married to that dude, Bryson. Him and Bryson are they're both they're both
funnier for real. Do you really think they're married?
No,
they're not married.
No.
You tell that so serious.
But they're both like jacked, like crazy jacked. Like
they're fit, bro.
Yeah, it's just a really good example. Like I think of like, hey, if you just do this thing well, like CrossFit, that is like. Your body cannot help but looking pretty freaking badass. Like, you know, they're fit. They do crazy stuff. They did a workout with like, it wasn't it was like, I forget if it was front or back springs, but it was like crazy. Like they're doing hard stuff. It's fun.
Like a back tuck back spring.
It wasn't a back tuck. I forget. He sent it to me.
Like a back handspring
on YouTube. It was like, it was a gymnastic move we don't do often. I forget if it was like a front or back or whatever. It wasn't a tuck like they did, but it was impressive. It was impressive. And he's going to be at Affiliate Con. He was there last year doing interviews. He's going to be back this year.
I'm going to challenge him to a Kill Taylor episode and just see.
I think that'd be great.
I don't think that you should do that. I don't think like all the 362 days you worked out still. This dude's. So one of the first things I said to him, it was like Khalipa was there, who will also be there again this year. I was like, you think you can beat Khalipa in a workout? He was like, yeah. And I was like, it caught me off guard because I look at Khalipa as such a fit human being. But just to see like that next generation, like, yeah, he's like, when he said it, like Khalipa's probably almost 40, right? Training for more longevity now than CrossFit. It's like pretty cool. Yeah. But we're going to do a live Kill Taylor for sure.
Love that.
Cool.
And everybody there, you'll want to do that.
No, it's going to be great. And like I said, Rod from Meme for Time is going to be there. So lots of the biggest, influencers in the CrossFit space are going to be there just doing their thing. So super excited about that. October 16th. Tickets are on sale. We'll drop the link. VIP will go out. What do you think for next week?
Oh, Cody just had a full-blown aneurysm when you said that. Soon. We'll just say soon. Yeah.
Soon. All right. Full-blown aneurysm. And by the way, Cody, you and I have a very similar haircut, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Well, Nikki Sharp, truly.
Thanks, guys.
No, before you wrap up, let me say something nice. Hold on. This is hard for me. No, man, I love you, and I love having you as part of this community. And I love seeing you with Erica when you guys show up at the events. And I know I speak for Fern and Marcus and the rest of the team, where it's like, we do this for people like you. And, I don't know what came first, but we got lucky enough to have the people like you and the Bobby the Van Crew, the Bouchers, the Randy and Chauces, the Louis, and so many others, the Kapuas and the Hawaii people. Like, thank you for supporting us back then 5 years ago. Like, we're not getting calls from Bruce today, if not
Thanks,
for people like you. So thank you, Nikki Sharp.
Goes both ways.
We appreciate it.
Forever grateful. I would not know these humans had it not been for all of this fun that you guys have been doing. So,
and if you want to meet more humans like that, we'll see you at Affiliate Con.
Yeah, there you go. Real quick, but to answer your question, yes, I will donate my sperm.
Baby. I want to have another.
Should have hit end.
Okay.
I should have closed it.
Put that on the note. By the side, I want to carry.
Year 6 gift. The year 6 gift to everybody that sticks around long enough. Ackerman sperm. However you want it, you get it.
Thanks, Nikki.
Cool.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.